to this chapter where we're trying to understand how there are other languages similar to Swift and how Swift came to existence. For that, we have to go to a history lesson a bit. Apple started working on Objective-C when there was age where Java wasn't even there. It was just starting, and then there was C++, which was the dominant language, but it has lots of problem over there. So Apple decided to use their own language and started developing Objective-C. It was basically Steve Jobs' plan at this Next Step company, which was not Apple actually. It was a different company when he was fired from Apple. So long story short, Apple was using Objective-C for a long time, and it was not a modern language. It was a very old language. So they decided to use Swift as a new implementation and new language for beginners as well as for advanced level programming. So that's why we have Swift. That was announced only 4-5 years back, but it was in development for almost 7-8 years. So same story goes from Android as well. They used to have a Java as a first class citizen language, but they rather decided to go with Kotlin recently, just like Apple did with Swift. So Kotlin, this is a web browser. This is not IDE, but it is developed by JetBrains. So they are one of the most popular IDEs developed in the world. They used to have Java IDE basically, but now they support many languages and many things. But one of the things, like Kotlin is their major popular language right now. So if you want to be an Android developer, you will obviously use Kotlin nowadays, just like if you want to be an iOS developer, you use Swift. So make sure that both these languages are modern language. They are very similar in syntax. They have exactly same input, same output. So if you learn one thing, understand the foundation, you can switch to any language anytime. And both of them are based on similar principles. So it's very easy if you go along both side by side as well. Just look at the language, how powerful they are nowadays. You can just use the browser and play with them. So you don't have to have Mac or anything like that. And even if you see the variables, how you declare the variables, how you print them, they are all same. Just about this print and println, even the Swift has the same syntax println when there was Swift 1, and rather while developing Swift 2 they decided to go with print because it's more easy to read. If anyone has not come from C language, they will know that println refers to print line, and that's what they are using right now. The main is also from the C language. So there are many things that comes from history. It's best if you know that. And there is another line, hello world. Whenever you learn any programming language, wherever in the world you use C, PHP, Java, JavaScript, doesn't matter, they will always start with this line. This is like a ritual. It's not like a compiler would want it or you need to do this, but basically any programmer, they want to learn a language, the first line they will learn is print or debug or anything about here, and they will print output that will say hello world. This has a long history. I'll try to go on that history later on other courses, but just know that if you can write and if you can run this hello world, you are good to go. You have started the programming language. And on the next next lesson, I will try to teach how the variable works, like implicitly and explicitly data types, so how they are common in Kotlin and Swift, and how to use them. Thank you.